And we are live. Wow, finally, after all those technical difficulties. Sorry, guys, for starting late, but here we go with pickup battle number 2. And I am your host and pickup battle participant. And my partner in crime this week, and my opponent, is none other than Collecting with Cory himself. Cory Xavier, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? What's up, Internet?
Yes. What is up, Internet? We have a couple people watching so far. Hopefully more people join in. And that is it. Okay, so let's see. What the whole thing is we show off our pickups round by round. We have 2 to 3 rounds. Whoever wins 2 out of 3 obviously wins the battle. And that will be selected by you, the viewer, if we have viewers, hopefully. If not, then we'll figure it out from there. But I think we got at least a couple people in here. So now I think we will flip a coin to see who gets the first pick.
I hope you have a coin.
I do. I can't.
I don't have a coin.
Came prepared. Here we go. It's a regulation quarter. I will flip it. You want to call it?
Sure.
All right. Go ahead.
Heads.
It is. I don't know if you can see that, but that is heads.
All right.
All right. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I can go first. All right. Let's see. What will be pickup number 1? I will go with this one. Okay. Garage sale on Sundays. Don't usually even bother anymore because most of them have started on Saturday, and by then it's just scraps, basically. I don't even know if people even have Sunday sales if they have them on Saturday. I don't know what the point is.
Very hard to find a Sunday only sale.
Yeah, so I actually found a couple this week, which was great. And so I went to the flea market early in the morning like I always do, and then I stopped at one of the sales on the way back. And this is what I got. I was lucky. I was like one of the first people there, and I actually got there maybe like right when it started. So usually I would have expected to get ransacked already, but not ransacked. Wow, listen to that echo. All right, here we go. So they had a bunch of video games listed. That's why I thought the place would be ransacked, but it wasn't. So got a box of Xbox and DS stuff. Mostly kitty and girly stuff because they had a couple daughters. But I found a couple for $3 each. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini-Land Mayhem.
All right.
Mario Sports Mix. This is always a cool game. I always like finding this game. And this is not the most expensive one. I don't know why number 3 I think it is, but Family Game Night number 4. So those were $3 a piece. And then they also advertised Legos, which was cool. And they had some other ones that they said were sealed, but they weren't. So I'm like, okay. They were kind of open, but they never used it. Lego people are very particular with their stuff, so I didn't want to buy those and mess around with it. So, but I did pick up the ones that were actually sealed. So I got this one, Lego City. This was $8, I think. So it's one of the retired ones apparently. So it was like a $30, $40 thing on eBay, something like that.
Wow.
And then they had a whole bunch of these little packs, and they sold them for $2 a piece, I think it was. So I had a bunch of these guys. They were all sealed. There are 3, 4, 5 of them. So everything was 26, $24. So for all that stuff. And I'm not keeping probably any of it because it's probably all getting resold. So, and I'll probably at least triple my money, I would say.
Yeah, definitely with Lego.
Yeah, with
Yo,
Legos.
Lego is crazy.
Yeah, and those sports, I don't know if those might get traded into GameStop. I don't know. We'll see, but we'll see what the trade-in is right now. I know there's a trade-in credit right now going on, so we'll see if it's worth it doing it that way or selling it kind of local or whatever. But so that is my first pickup. Beat that, sucker.
I'm glad I didn't decide to sandbag in the first round.
No.
I'm so glad. So, this pickup, some of my pickups tonight are going to kind of stem from another pickup I had at a Goodwill. My best pickup of all time. If you guys follow my channel, you might have seen a video. I was able to find a complete in box, or at least in box, Vectrix 3D imager. It's these little 3D glasses that work with the Vectrix. Very rare thing to find. In good working condition, in the condition of the box that I had, it would have gone for about $800. Unfortunately, my glasses didn't work. Ended up trading it to someone local who has a ton of stuff. And I'm just going to show you 3 games from that trade. The box, that is. I traded the box for these games.
Not even the stuff inside.
Not even. This wasn't even for the actual imager itself at this point. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Most of it I actually traded at Too Many Games this weekend, so I don't have to show it. But I feel like the real cream of the crop is the stuff I got to keep from it for my collection. So first up, we have Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo RPG that I never actually heard of back in the day, and I'm not too familiar with, but it goes for about $40. So if anybody knows about that, let me know in the chat below. I'd really appreciate it. And then I was able to finish off a NES collection that I was going for. First up, we have Mega Man 4 in very nice shape.
Nice.
And Mega Man 5. Luckily for me, when I did the trade, both of these had dropped in value quite a bit. When I went to Retro World Expo last year, they were both pretty expensive compared to what they're worth now. Like Mega Man 5 at the very least was over 100, and I traded for this when it was around $75, which is really nice. But that completed my, I don't even know what you call it, a Mega Man double trilogy, Mega Man 6 trilogy. I don't know what you call it.
I don't know what it's.
The entire NES Mega Man collection is now complete for me. And basically, what I would like to bring it back to is I only spent $5 on that Vectrix imager that I traded for that stuff. So for $5, 2 Mega Man games and Shadowrun, can you beat that?
Oof. Oh man, I don't even want to say where I would go if I'd be voting, but and that's only part of it. You still got more stuff. You just got rid of it all, but
yeah.
So it would have been even a bigger beatdown, I think. But all right, so we will go to the chat and see. So do you think my pickup for $24 for a bunch of Legos, sealed Legos, I might add, and a couple Wii games and a DS game, or do you want to go with Cory's, okay stuff of Shadowrun and his 2 Mega Man? Plus more, but we'll just go with what he showed. So vote in the chat now, please.
So demanding.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Get to the chopper.
Let's get to the chopper. I'll take a swig of my water while they do that.
So you can tell I was in Pennsylvania, still rocking the Wawa iced tea.
I've heard of Wawa, but I've never been to one. I don't think there are any in New York.
No, I think it's just Pennsylvania and maybe a few in New Jersey. I am in love with the place. My wife is also. It's really good.
What is it, like a 7-Eleven or a coffee place?
It's exactly like a 7-Eleven, kind of like the new Cumberland Farms that we have here in Connecticut, where you can get like a whole bunch of different flavored coffees. You can get Now you can get, it's kind of like a Subway built in, kind of, where you can get like some quick food,
Okay.
quick sandwiches, hoagies, they call them in the state of Pennsylvania, hoagies.
What a terrible name.
Yeah, so it's definitely, out of all the ways to call a grinder, hoagie is the weirdest one.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of grinder either, but you know,
That's what I grew up with. So
hoagie is the worst one, I think. I gotta agree on that one.
I just think it's funny when people from other areas that like call them hoagies, when they hear any other term like sub, grinder, like they just get confused as to what you're talking about. It's just like, why don't you know what other people call these things?
I just go with a generic hero. I think that's pretty commonplace for everybody, I think.
I see. That's the thing in Connecticut. You never hear that here.
Really?
Yeah, we don't hear hero.
Wow. I thought that was, you know, all across the country, but apparently not. Okay.
Right, I'm not 100% sure how the chat's working because I'm trying to like have it both on the same screen here.
No, I see the chat, and it's basically a slaughterhouse. You won that one, so.
Well, I only see 2 votes.
I see 4.
Okay, so mine's just stopped then. That's fine.
Yours is frozen, I guess?
Yeah, like it won't scroll down anymore.
That's weird. I got Dino's Video Games, he voted for you. Bad Company voted for you. RPG Tour voted for you. And Humble Bumble voted for you. So
okay.
I got 4-0. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for that one. So you win round 1. Good job.
Right.
All right, so you start round 2.
All right, round 2 is actually probably my lightest pickup here. I figured I'd sandbag round 2. You know,
yes.
Make it interesting. This is a game that I've been meaning to play, and I don't say that lightly. Like, it's a game I actually mean to play. And all these games that I'm going to show you today are for my collection. None of them are for resale. I got this at a thrift store last week before I went to Too Many Games. I believe it was $15 or $16. Oh, it's 16. I still have prices on it. $16 at Goodwill. It is Little Nightmares 6th edition. Box could be in a little bit better shape. It's kind of dinged up. I'm wondering if that's why it was at the thrift store in the first place. It was donated by like a Target or something, but this goes for in good condition, brand new, about $60 still.
Wow.
So it's not a bad pickup, but it is something that I will be opening and playing, hopefully. I mean, it is a little scary, and I'm kind of a wuss in that regard, but I do intend to play it, and it's going to stay in my collection.
I like that you admit that you're a wuss. That's funny.
I watch scary games. I'm not going to play them.
Can't play them? What was that one on PS4? Was it Until Dawn? Or I think that was it?
Oh, yeah. I did play a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But I always have this thing when I'm playing a scary game is I'll stop for the day and then never go back to it. Like, so I didn't like rage quit the game. I didn't like make a conscious decision not to play it anymore. I was just like, I don't really feel like playing it right now. I don't really feel like playing. I'm like 2 hours in. That's it.
What should we do with this one? Okay. Now, I have flea market pickups. Now, should I include it all into one pickup, or does it matter, like, if I got it at different tables? I don't know how that would work.
I mean, it's your show. For mine, they all came from one place.
Okay. All right, so we'll go with that then. My opponent said it, so I will go with that.
Well, I'm okay with seeing everything.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe I'll actually win the round if I include everything. And then I'll get demolished in the third round. But let's make it at least kind of close. All right, so this was the flea market before I had those garage sale pickups. First table was a guy that just had a bunch of random. This guy actually buys like video games and stuff too, so I knew it wasn't gonna be the greatest prices. But he had a bunch of random video games there, and a couple of them that I wanted. two that I'm probably going to trade because I don't really collect from a certain system. Wow, brain fart, sorry. But I picked them up. I think they were complete. So yeah, they are complete. So that's why I picked them up. First one was Air Diver. It's by the same company that makes, I think, Musha and like a couple of the other kind of rare Sega Genesis games. So I actually just took a gamble. And yeah, this isn't worth much. This is like a $5-6 game. But, I figured I'd take a chance on it. But again, it's complete, so I'm sure somebody will probably want it. Again, I don't collect Genesis, so I'll probably won't do it. This is the more fun one. Everybody loves this series. It's going to be a jam. Limited edition. Again, this is complete too. It's in pretty damn good shape, so yeah, I don't collect Genesis. If anybody does want that, that's that. And then I picked this up recently somewhere else, and now I picked it up for the second time. This isn't, I think it's a TurboGrafx game that's really rare. But Jason, I think this is like a $15 game or so, something like that. But the TurboGrafx one is like $100 and something, I think, or something. I don't know why this series is kind of expensive on any system. If you find this Chase HQ series, I've never heard of it. Until recently, until I started finding it. I think those were like $5 each. That's not really great pickups, but that was that one table. Okay, another table from another reseller guy that buys like storage units and stuff. He's got a lot of baseball cards and other stuff that I don't really want, but I found this, and this is actually from 1992, and it's still sealed. A Venom Marvel superheroes action figure. I remember seeing these in like Kmart and Walmart and being like, yo, I want that, especially Venom. Venom is like one of the coolest. Actually, it's my favorite Spider-Man villain.
Is that the one that has the tongue that sticks out with the lever on the back? That looks very familiar to me.
What is it?
So you should have a lever on his back that makes his tongue stick out.
Yeah, right? It's flicking tongue action. Yeah,
that's the one I had.
Yeah, so this was $5. So I thought this was a really good deal for that. And then I went. Then it started to rain or slightly rain, so people were like covering stuff up. But just before somebody covered up, I saw them have a stack of video games. He had one of those like Wii holders that you can slide the games into. Yeah. And like sliding Xbox 360 games. I was like, oh, great. But then he started breaking out a box of like Wii and GameCube stuff. And unfortunately, he wanted $10 a game, so I'm not paying $10 a game for certain stuff. But I think I picked up Mario Kart for $10. It's in really good shape. I think the disc is like almost immaculate, if I remember it. Yeah, there's like no scratches on this thing at all. I might actually keep this copy. It's so nice. And then I picked up Zelda Wind Waker. And the nice bonus is there's something else rattling inside with it. So actually, I got 2 games. And the second game is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, or Sonic Battle 2 Adventure, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
So that, and then Wind Waker. Unfortunately, no manual, but I thought for $10, especially getting both of those games, I thought that was a really cool deal. And then he had a stack of, not a stack, he had a full table of G.I. Joes. And if I could have got them for like maybe $3 to $5, I would have bought them all probably, but he wanted $10 a pop, and I'm like, I'm not paying $10. So I did pick up this one though, which I thought was really cool. Chun-Li Street Fighter.
Chun-Li.
Yeah, this was the only one that he had of Street Fighter. They were all like weird G.I. Joe, like it was like a weird label, like Space Barrage or Space something. So they were like weird G.I. Joes, but there was actually a couple of them that are really rare, but they were like Animal One G.I. Joe guys, and he didn't have any of those. So I went back to the table to check because I would have bought it for $10 a pop for that. But yeah, so I think this is worth probably about $10, maybe 15 tops. But just for having Street Fighter and G.I. Joe connection, that's why I picked it up. All right, so the two figures, the two Sega Genesis complete games, Sega Game Gear game that's has some value, Mario Kart Wii, and the two GameCube games. I should be, well, I'm not going to sell all of it. I'm going to probably trade some of it. So, but I think I did okay value-wise. I think I at least double my money, probably. Maybe triple if I really stretched it out, but at least double it. And that's about it. So that was my round 2. So now we go to the vote. All that crap I just showed.
I'm already seeing Humble Bumble is saying, Rob, just stop. He's down for the count. I kind of agree with that.
What? Oh,
He knocked me out early, and then he just kept swinging. Like the ref needs to come in and pull you off me. Jeez.
I'm sorry, I had to. You killed me. I gotta. When I get a win, I gotta take it in there and get it in there. So, all right, that's cool. So, round 3. Oh man, I don't even know what to do because there's no, I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do.
Oh, yes, cool. Big guns.
You already know what this one's gonna be. This was also garage sale day, so and I kind of asked you if I should pick it up, and then there was some other extra stuff there. So all right, so it was around what was it, like 9:45 to 10, and I'm waiting for a garage sale to start at 10 o'clock in the town I work in. So, and it was, I'm just checking Facebook because I'm waiting for, it's one of those sales that they don't want you anywhere near their stuff until 10 o'clock on the dot. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'll stay in my car and wait. And I'm looking at Facebook and I see the sale. Now, unfortunately, it's like 20 minutes away from where I'm at. And it's actually on the way back from where the flea market was. So I kind of passed this area. So it would have been nice if I saw this way earlier, but I didn't. But so it's 15 minutes before the sale starts. I'm 20 minutes away at least. So I'm like, holy crap. So I'm messaging the person. I'm asking them how much the stuff is. And then they're telling me. And then I'm like, can you hold it for me? And then they don't message me back at all. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I'm like, I gotta hurry to this sale. So I'm flying on the expressway like 80 miles an hour, like just to get to this sale. And I pull up. Now there's one guy looking in the game section, but he's looking for like controllers and stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine, you can have the controllers. I don't care. Here's this damn box with the stuff I saw in the picture. So finally, I see it like when the guy moves. I see it by like some of the other video games. I'm like, oh, sweet, it's cool in. So. Here we go. Let me list the box. But this is the contents inside, and now they got prices on them, but it worked out a bit of a deal on it. But I have a bunch of stuff together. But here we go. A PS Vita, and then another PS Vita. So I don't know why they had 2 at the same sale, but okay. And then wires and chargers, whatever. Nobody really cares about that. I don't know what the hell this is. I guess it's a skin thing. It says PSP on it, so obviously it doesn't go to the Vita, but it's cool, I guess. I could probably use that after hours, actually, but I took it there. Sorry. Okay, there's a couple games that came with it. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, which I'll probably actually play because I love the Batman Origins, not Origins itself, Batman, like this island and Arkham City are awesome. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, FIFA 15, which basically you can go over there somewhere. And Call of Duty Black Ops. I can't read it because it's so damn small. And
Classified?
I think so. Yeah, you're right. But it's like this yellow tint. Like I can't even like.
Yeah, all I see on there is Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I saw, and it said Black Ops in white, so I can read that part. And then they had other games there for $2 a pop. Now I'm like, oh sweet, $2 a pop, and there's a whole box of like DS games. Now there was a whole bunch of Mario games, so I'm like, oh sweet, $2 each for Mario games. So I'm digging through, I'm opening them all up, empty. I'm like, lady, these things are empty. Like, why are they out here? She's like, oh, I had them in my basement for the longest time, and I just pulled them out. I thought the games were in there. I don't know where they are though. I'm like, look, I'll buy them. Like, I'll buy all of them. And she's like, oh no, if they're not in there, we probably don't know where they are. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, great. I'm I'm not spending enough money with you. Can you at least look for these stupid games? But okay, apparently not. So I did salvage one of them, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. So I got that one for. Actually, I bundled it, so I don't really know the exact price I got them, but they were supposed to be $2 a pop. Sonic Sega All Stars Racing. That's a flipper. Sly Cooper. I don't even know why I picked this up. I just picked it up. It was $2. I thought it was a cool game. Crash. I think this is like a $10, $15 game. That's why I picked it up. I don't remember ever seeing this one. Mind Over Mutants. That's a different one. I don't think I ever picked that up. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which the cover has some water damage, but the disc is fine. So I'll probably get to GameStop. And the Simpsons game. So this one is complete. Yeah. No, actually, no, it's not. Sorry. But I think it's still like a $10, $15 game or something like that, close to it. That'll probably go to GameStop too for credit. So I picked up all that and PS Vita's. I think it was a little over $100, 105. I think it was. She gave it to me. She bought it 120. I said I'll pay 100, and then she's like 110, and I'm like 105. Everyone loves the eyebrow. Yeah, then it became 105. So I got the 2 Vitas and those games that I'm gonna flip and probably make, I don't know, $30, $40, and then probably flip the Vitas because I have a Vita. Probably make me. I don't even know how much a Vita goes for. What by itself? Probably like $75, $80 at least.
In good condition, probably like 100.
Okay,
so, I think.
So $100 each. That's 200 plus this. So I at least doubled my money. Probably.
Yeah.
Tweak it out to maybe triple, maybe with all the games, maybe if I'm lucky. So that's my best pickup of the week, probably. So I'll go with that.
All right.
Word.
Let me grab this stack of NES games.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Should I concede?
All right. So this is also still kind of stemming off of that Vectrix pickup that I had that I traded. The other games that I alluded to that I brought to Too Many Games to Trade, I did a trade with Bad Graphics Gamers. They valued it at about, I think it was like $350 worth of stuff. They do about $75 worth of, or 75% trade-in credit. So brought in a whole bunch of Mario 3s, Mario 2, Donkey Kong Country 2s, Zelda Raiden Project on the PS1, just like stuff I was getting rid of. And I picked up 4 NES games that I've been looking for quite some time. These are for the collection. And this is kind of starting this trend that I'm worried will continue for Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, where I'm just needing to keep picking up like really expensive NES games, which is something I never wanted to do before. I never wanted to spend this kind of money on stuff. The first game that I got, I still have it in their plastic there. Widget, which is an Atlas title. I
Wow.
believe it goes for, if I'm going by their prices, I think it was about like a $50 game. Next up, we have Uninvited, about a $60 game based on their prices. Kind of a Shadowgate type game, from what I heard.
Somebody actually found a complete boxed Uninvited by me somewhere at a garage. I was like, yeah.
One that I've been looking for quite some time, and it's actually gone up in value quite a bit since I've been looking for it. Happy to have it finally, the Cryon Conquest, if I'm saying that right. It's kind of a Mega Man clone. You wouldn't know it based on the cover.
Yeah, that
looks like some high fantasy thing, but it's kind of a Mega Man clone.
That looks like an RPG or something, not a...
Yeah, so it's a kind of like a Mega Man game in that sense. It goes for about $90 based on their pricing. And the last one is really cool because I've been a big fan of this series for as long as I can remember. I remember going with my cousin to get the big box Super Bomberman that had the multi-tap back in the day. This is Bomberman 2 for the NES. And this one goes for about 140.
Oof.
About 140. It's actually the most expensive NES game I think I own, if we're not counting like boxed and complete kind of stuff.
Oh.
And this was all in trade from something that I started out spending $5 for at a Goodwill.
Wow. Wow.
So whatever the math is on that, if we're dividing $5 into how many games that's led to, that's a pretty good value.
Yeah. I think you're doing more than tripling your money if you needed to. Holy crap. Okay, so if we're even bothering voting, I guess my PS Vita lot, which was nice, but I don't think it competes with Cory's NES big time conquest carts, basically. So yeah, vote on that, and give me at least one vote, maybe.
Well, let's see what the chat thinks. Well, we got one vote for Rob.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but I vote for Rob.
Wow.
So right now, as far as I can see, we're tied. I think my chat's working a little bit better now that I scrolled down the screen.
Yeah. No, it's 1-1 so far, from what I see. I'm waiting for the Cory. Oh man, that's ridiculous.
And that's also why I said that I wanted to like keep it to one like individual transaction, because if I were to just show everything from not Retro World, too many games, there's another NES game I could show you. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, you're actually winning. It's 2-1. Mike Knopf.
What? Apparently, some non-Nintendo fans here.
All right, RPG Tour Guide goes me. And Bubble confuses me because he says legit vote FNES.
Yeah, I don't know if that's or the NES or F the NES. Like I don't know what that was about, but okay. But he already told me I got saddled and spurred, so I think he's going with you anyway. Earlier. But I do like your idea of trading in a bunch of crap that you don't want for higher priced titles. Like I kind of did that the week before. I mean, this isn't as high priced as some of yours, but I'll show you the North and South one I got.
Oh, that's nice. I need that one.
That my buddy Jose had or whatever, Jose Alex, and then And then he had a Street Fighter Double Impact. So I just tried, and I actually got almost $150 cash, and I traded him a bunch of stuff that he needs for the store. So common stuff that you find at pretty much every sale and every other thing. So and he always hooks me up anyway. So he always is like, "Oh yeah, this price, so I'll give you this price." So I always get a bit of a deal with him anyway. So it's always good to treat your.
While we're still waiting for votes to roll in, even though I think I'm pretty sure I've lost because Humble Bumble did switch his vote to you.
Oh
no! Yeah. Here's the last NES game I could have shown you. This one was actually paid for cash money. Oof. Not something I'm a big fan of doing. Pretty much paid out for this, but the game I've been looking for a while, and I don't have good lighting. Gargoyles Quest 2. Very good game for the NES. He had 95 on it. He said the lowest he would go was 90. I did bundle it with a bunch of other stuff. But, yeah, I'm hoping I haven't created a monster as far as going to these conventions and just, like, shelling out tons of money.
Yeah, it's tough. But you see those games, and you don't see them often. So, yeah. It's like, yeah, I understand. Like, I actually wanted to, like, my goal for this convention that we're going to in a month and a half or 2 months, whatever it is.
It's closer than you think.
Yeah, it actually is. But because it's towards the beginning of August, so it's not even like. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to purchase one big game that like I wouldn't find anywhere else. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes because money situation might not let me do that. But we'll see. But okay.
I'm losing 3-2.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Gino's Video Games doesn't have the count right. He says it's my round 3-2, but
wait, hold on.
It's the other way around.
Okay, so let's go. I'll start with Bad Company voted for me. Naf voted for me, so that's 2-0. RPG Tour voted for you, so that's 2-1. Humble Bumble 3-1. I guess D voted for you, so
yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's 3-2. Yeah, that's 3-2 right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rob is the defending champion.
No way. Oh, that's because Humble Bumble switched sides. So traitor.
Traitor.
I am going to sneak in that Sega Racing, so maybe that's why.
Oh, Fluffy Gamer just popped in. I vote for me.
Right at the end. So Fluffy takes it all. He's got the best pickups.
Fluffy, did you see that miracle piano in my latest video?
Yes, I actually thought about him when I saw that. I was like, oh man, he was looking for that forever.
Looks like a dog got to the box. It was like completely torn up on one side.
Did you ever go back to that guy? Because you said you were going to go back to him later, but
I was not realistically going back to it.
Okay. I didn't know if he was.
That's just the kind of thing you end up saying to people. They're just like, all right, I'll be back around. And they're just like, nah, I'm probably not. But it was also a very big flea market. Very big flea market. So even if I had intended to, it would have been kind of hard to find them again.
Well, he wanted to bundle everything, right, with the NES and everything else?
Yeah, and like with a box in that shape, I don't really think it was worth all that. And it's not like I haven't seen the Miracle Piano in my area before. It's just it's never something I really want to spend money on. I have very limited space. I have no musical inclinations whatsoever, so it's not a good fit.
Especially on the NES of all things.
Well, I'm going to need the cartridge if I'm going for a complete NES collection eventually, but I don't really.
Hey, I have the cartridge if you need it. I actually picked it up at an estate sale.
Nice.
I don't know what you can do with it if you don't have the piano, but
you can put it on the shelf.
Yeah, great.
That's generally what I think.
Yeah, or in a box because that's how I do it. I just throw everything in a box, basically. because I have no room. Okay, so wow. Oh, Fluffy's offering you one for $100.
I will have to decline that.
It's complete in box. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
Oh.
But I still don't have any room for it.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of room. All right, so I don't know how I won, but I won. Woo! Yeah. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Rigged.
I really think you should have won that last one, but I'll take the win. I'll take the win. All right. I don't want to drag this on too much longer since it's almost wrestling time for both of us wrestling fans, so we got to get that. But thank you for everybody coming by and voting and checking out our pickups. And you want to say any last words or advertise anything or whatever?
Well, you can go check out my channel, Collecting with Cory. I do weekend adventure and video game hunting once a week, every Saturday, 7 a.m. on the dot, Eastern time. That's about it.
Oh yeah, definitely check out his channel if you haven't for some strange reason. I mean, it's awesome, and he's a totally cool dude. And yeah, so do that. Don't check out mine. Mine sucks. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming. If you want to re-watch the show, it'll be on my channel. Or if you like Fluffy and came in the last 5 minutes, maybe you want to check it out. I don't know. Fluffy wants to shout out Toddlebert. So
yes, Toddlebert.
There you go. And I will hopefully see you guys again next week. I got to find a challenger, or hopefully 2. I don't want to keep doing this myself, but
well, you have to be dethroned first.
I guess is that
I think that's what you should do. I think it should be like a championship thing, where someone has to dethrone you, and then they have to come back to defend.
And they have to keep going until they lose,
like Jeopardy or something, you know.
I'm the defending champion, so I have to keep showing up.
Yep.
I actually wanted to eventually get a tournament going, but I don't know. I can't even get enough people to go every week, so so we'll see how that goes. But all right, guys. Anyway, thanks, Cory, for coming, and awesome pickups. I think you should have won, but I am the man. And we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Rob is out.